And welcome back to Weekend Dawn with myself, Liesl Wilson. I'm flying solo this weekend, but alas, we have a lot in store for you today. And as always, it's just after 6:15, time to delve into social media and, of course, look at what's been trending. As we know, one of the biggest talkers is Zozibini Tunzi, of course, the Miss Universe, the reigning Miss Universe, is making her homecoming welcome celebrations official as she lands today at around 7 o'clock this morning on home soil. This is the first time that she's been back since her crowning back on the 8th of December. Of course, social media has been a buzz. The hashtag that we have been exploring throughout, of course, looks at hashtag Zozi comes home. And people have been sharing their tweets. We do know that the Gautrain services have offered free rides for all those who are coming from Marlborough, Pretoria, Midrand, even Park Station, who will be making their way to welcome her as she touched down on home soil. Some tweets, Magwana saying, no wonder it's raining. The blessings are pouring in now that the whole universe is coming to our shores. Ak Semnandi. Another tweet, hashtag Zozi comes home. So at Eskom SA, so Vele Zonzi will come back to load shedding. Seriously, Eskom, you're going to welcome Miss Universe Kadi Candles. Hashtag load shedding. Another tweet from Apumelele Mdlalane saying, this heavy rain is just confirming that Zozi is bigger than she is. Just blessings and joy. Ready to welcome you, hun. And Wildflower saying, I'm here preparing to go to the airport in this rain. My love for Zozi Tunzi is making me want to go. Hashtag Zozi comes home. Last tweet, Zozi comes home. We're taking up space at O.R Tambo today to welcome SA head girl Nene in Leaks. Just some of the tweets coming through this morning. As I mentioned at the beginning, we've got our reporters stationed at various fields across the country, including Mbali Tetani, who is currently at the O.R Tambo International Airport. And we'll be chatting to her about the atmosphere that's currently happening at the O.R Tambo International Airport and what people are feeling ahead of her homecoming. As we saw the match between Roger Federer, Bill Gates, Rafael Nadal, and Trevor Noah taking place last night. Today, we've got Zozibini Tunzi arriving on home soil. So it's quite a celebration for South Africa at large. But calls for South Africa's Miss Universe, Zozibini Tunzi, to come home have finally been heard. While based in New York to date, Tunzi has not returned to Mzansi ever since she was crowned Miss Universe in December of 2019. Instead, she has been fulfilling her duties, attending high-profile events, giving interviews, as well as taking a trip to Indonesia. Let's take a look at her journey and her career in pageantry.
For Miss Universe.
When I saw her standing there, I could see that something is going to happen.
South Africa!
I was like speechless. I had to, I had that short breath, when I was carrying that flag, because I really couldn't believe at that moment, and it took time for it to sink, because I was always thinking what God is doing for us. I mean, as a family, what is this? Why the Tunzi family out of 90 families?
But these and many others were handcrafted and molded decades ago. The unrefined streets of Tsolo served as a practice catwalk which led, finally, to global stages.
Zozi grew up as a shy person, but as she grows, we saw a potential, that she can be someone else in future. And that came true in the early years. I think she was only 8 to 10 years. Then, because of that shyness, we decided to organize a kind of we call it Miss Tiny Tots at our church, Methodist Church of Southern Africa in Dutwa. So she joined that group, and as a result, she gained the confidence since then. And then she wanted to be more involved in the beauty contests. We tried to get some other beauty contests that are happening around. And then she once won a Miss Kanya FM in Butterworth, right? She became excited about that, and then further she went, after passing grade 12 from Butterworth High School, she went to Cape Town, and there she was more exposed because she once won Miss Cape Peninsula University of Technology. And then she again won the Miss Sundowns Western Cape.
After her unsuccessful attempt at bagging the Miss South Africa title in 2017, her dad witnessed what was a switch in her look in 2019. Armed with a public relations diploma, Zozi traded her wig for her natural crown and hit the Miss SA stage once more.
At the time when she wanted to enter this Miss South Africa, we talk about this hairstyle. Hey, girl, you are sending me pictures that has got cut. Where is the wig? And she said, no, Daddy, I want to enter the Miss South Africa like with this hairstyle. So if their definition of beauty is on the wig, then it must come out. Otherwise, I want to enter as originally.
Eventually, he bought into it, although it wasn't as if he had a choice in the matter. Zozi was breaking ground for the girls in Tsolo at Pretoria's Times Square.
I had something on my knees, you know. When the top 5 was called, I couldn't sit. I had to stand up. I had to stand up and walk around, you know, because I was a bit nervous. But the manner in which she responded on the question, that is on top 5, I said, okay, thanks God, I think this is going to break the barriers now. So I sat down. So immediately, I think my discernment, I had to discern as a man of God, and I said, no, she's going to be on top 2. Yeah, I thought initially there was going to be a top 3, but it didn't work like that. It was a top 2.
The 61st Miss South Africa title goes to Zozibini Tunzi!
A winning formula, it seemed, but it was now time to put it to test on a global stage. In a traditional and religious family, Tunzi's father thought it was best he seek divine intervention.
Before she departed for Atlanta, you would find other people also calling you to say, hey, I woke up with this dream. Yeah. So it was like a concerted prayers that assisted us a lot. It was even worse when we wore this traditional way. All eyes, like the focus was on us. When we went to the lifts, we had to be taken by, what do we call it, those, not meter taxis, man, what do we call it, the shuttles, yes. We had to be called because all these countries, most of them, they wanted to take pictures with us because we were on a traditional galan. So they were very interested, wanted to know as to where are we from, you know, up until to the venue, yeah. So that alone, you could pick up that there was an anointing of some sort. And when I saw her standing there, I could see that something is going to happen.
I think the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership. It's something that has been lacking in young girls and women for a very long time, not because we don't want to, but because of what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most powerful beings on the world, and that we should be given every opportunity, and that is what we should be teaching these young girls, to take up space. Nothing as important as taking up space in society and cementing yourself. Thank you.
Initially, when she was presenting herself in that fashion, I had that at the back of my mind to say, it sounds like a political statement in a way. Maybe other people would not love it. but it's a truth, it's a reflection of belief, it's a reflection of what is currently happening in the society. So I was a bit worried that maybe the judges would say, hey, this one, if we take this one. But I like the manner in which she articulated. She said, at that time, I didn't mind. I didn't mind even if they don't take me, but as long as I have passed the message, because I believe in what I was saying.
But it was that statement that gained her traction. Tunzi's star continues to rise, and she continues inspiring others throughout the world. Her social currency has been relatability, especially on social media. Her dad has had to watch in awe as she received love and respect from around the world.
I just saw a T-shirt recently, I think it was yesterday, written, I see me in Zozi. So I was interested on that. I think she made the entire world to believe, more especially the young people, to believe in themselves, to believe that everything is possible if you are determined and you focus and you pray for it.
Say it to the universe, we're often told. And it just so happens that in 2020, the universe is Zozi. The social media interactions are also pulling at her dad's heartstrings.
I think I laughed at this one, the latter one, the Aromat one, the latest one, was I know she likes the Aromat, but I didn't know that it would be to an extent of even posting it.
The social bond is stronger behind the scenes, as he usually shares inspirational videos with her.
I'm not different from boys. People think that boys are the ones who are supposed to head cows, do the cow stuff, do the goat stuff, feed them, blah, 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 etc., etc.
I sent it to her, and that young girl, I think she's about 7, 8 years. She's very articulated. She was being interviewed by someone, talking about the fact that there is no difference between the boy and the girl. I'm here as a woman standing in front of this cow, and I can be able to do anything. So there is no distinction between, men must stop now thinking that they are the ones, So I laughed at that one, and it also went viral. I sent it to her because I knew that she would love it, because she is standing for that, that women must not be treated like as outcasts.
Hi, South Africa. I am finally coming home.
As she makes her way home, her father will be seeing her for the very first time since she was crowned. But more than anything, Zozi is looking forward to spending time with her family.
I'm going to take a leave so that I can make the preparations thoroughly. We, in fact, not myself only, the entire family, we are so excited. She's also excited.
The anticipation of her homecoming brings excitement to Tunzi as he eagerly awaits the return of his golden girl.
She wants to spend time with the local community so that she can engage with the local community, because she did not have that chance of sitting and interact with them after she has won the Miss South Africa as well as Miss Universe, because she wants to instill, she wants to leave legacy.
It seems Zozi's heels are now facing in the direction of South Africa. The right decision for you would be to take up space and cement yourself at the airport for the much anticipated return of South Africa's own unique star, Miss Universe. For Newzroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Lee Damnisi in Pretoria.